From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Good Tuesday morning. We had many thunderstorms last night. Many lightning fires sparked up because of that. We'll, of course, get into that here in a little bit. But the bottom line for the forecast, elevated thunderstorm chances going to continue through Thursday. High temperatures staying mostly in the low to mid 80s. And so that combination of wetter and cooler weather is going to lead us to have better air quality in opposition to last week. Still dealing with a complex of showers at this point. Doesn't really look like there's any thunder or lightning embedded within it, but mostly sitting on top of the Yakima Valley. There are a few lightning strikes up in the Othello and the Moses Lake region, so we'll continue to track this throughout the rest of this morning. Like I said, air quality looking much better as opposed to some of the mornings we had just last week. 50s in both the Cascades and the Blues for this morning, 60s in our lower elevations. Your day planner forecast for today going to end up in the 70s and 80s for the hottest part of the day, and chances of more thunderstorms. And like I mentioned, many lightning fires sparked up just last night, so I'll have more on each of those fires coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
Firefighters still working to contain the Wildcat fire in Yakima, while new blazes sparked across the region overnight, as you just heard from Josh. Coming up, the latest on the Wildcat fire and what's happening with the overnight flames that have sparked as well. Plus, still ahead, a Pasco Amber Alert ending with relief as 5 children were found safe after being taken during a violent domestic dispute. We'll let you know how police tracked down the suspect coming up. And in continuing coverage, Sunnyside City Manager is out, but he's not staying quiet. Coming up, the latest on Mike Gonzalez's departure and his plans to rally residents before the November election. It's all coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest on your side.
Good Tuesday morning. Thanks so much for waking up with us. Joining us here for Good Morning Northwest, I'm Jade Elliott. Jessica has the morning off. We want to start this morning with a fire watch. Multiple fires spanning across the region, sparking overnight, leaving crews scrambling to gain containment. We want to take you first to Walla Walla. That's where crews are battling what's now being called the Wooden Road Fire. It sparked just after 10 o'clock last night, grew rapidly near Scott Station Road within the first hour. It had already scorched about 300 acres. A fourth alarm was called in, and state mobilization along with air resources have also been requested now for this morning. Fire officials say crews remain on scene working to get containment on this fast-moving fire. And the Wildcat fire, that continues to burn in Yakima County. Yesterday's drop in temperatures and rise in humidity did help slow things down, with minimal growth on the fire line in the last 48 hours. Firefighters, though, taking advantage of the cooler weather, trying to push the flames away from some critical areas. Just yesterday, crews started working along an old control line from the Schneider Springs fire near the lake, using heavy equipment to grind down vegetation into mulch. Firefighters were able to reduce the fire's ability to spread. Crews now also patrolling the perimeter, putting out any hot spots, removing hazardous trees. And while the cooling trend is expected to continue this week, officials, of course, remind us that fire season is not over yet. And so it was quite the night last night. Multiple new fires sparking overnight, further straining crews, of course. We saw those lightning strikes. We saw quite a bit of stormy weather moving through the area. We want to check in with our very own Chief Meteorologist, Josh Colbreth, kind of giving us a full scope, not only on these fires and what crews can expect, but weather-wise, how this could possibly hinder and help firefighters. Of course, the lightning not going to help, but maybe some of the cooler temperatures will.
Yeah, I think the short term is bad with lightning, more lightning in the forecast. We could see more lightning fires, but the long-term outlook is good because we'll be cooler, we'll be weather. It's going to be easier to get containment on these fires. I'm just going to show you the fires where forward progress has not been stopped. So we're kind of triaging here, but many fires sparked up last night. This is the biggest one, the Wooden Road fire that Jade just talked to you about. This is in northern portions of Walla Walla County, very close to the Franklin County line. It's 4,000 acres, don't have much word on containment. And again, this was burning around Scott Station Road, pretty rural part of Walla Walla County. Now we'll move it down. We'll keep it in Walla Walla County. This is still a pretty rural part of the county. This is an unnamed vegetation fire. It is right around Page, also pretty close to the river, 350 acres. Don't have any word on containment on this one. And there is another new fire we're tracking from last night. This is the McCormick fire burning in the Umatilla National Wildlife Refuge. It really nestled right in between Oregon and Boardman. So this is 650 acres. Don't have any word on containment with this one. Thankfully for all three of those new fires, don't have any evacuations in place. So that's certainly some pretty good news. Now we'll move it over to the Wildcat fire that's burning in northwestern Yakima County. We did see some growth in terms of acreage with this one. Not a ton, not more than 1,000, but this is 7,736 acres, 0% contained. And now it is the northern and the eastern side of the fire that's beginning to flare up right around the lake. So we'll continue to keep close tabs on this. Again, that level 2 evacuation is still in place for Goose Prairie. For Bumping River Road, this is where you have to be packed. You have to be ready to leave at a moment's notice. Finally, the last fire we're going to bring you, at least for now, this is the Labor Mountain fire burning in northern Kittitas County, very close to the Chelan County line. This thing exploded over the weekend. It is now 3,000 acres. Many active hotspots around the fire's perimeter, all over the perimeter. Still don't have any word on containment. So again, we really had a triage there. More fires on the map. Any updates, we'll let you know a little bit later in the show.
Josh, thank you for that. 5:06 now, moving on to a crime alert after an Amber Alert was issued just yesterday afternoon, which led to an arrest. It happened around 4:30. Police say 37-year-old Juan Daniel Salas forced his way into a Richland home with a baseball bat, assaulting someone inside and then taking off with 5 children, 4 of them his own children, all under the age of 10. Investigators say Salas had no legal custody, which led to the kidnapping alert. Hours later, Pasco police found him at a construction site at the Darigold plant north of Pasco. The children, again, 4 of them his, 1 of them was not his. They were found unharmed in his running vehicle, and they were safely reunited with their mothers. Salas now in the Benton County Jail facing kidnapping, assault, burglary, and domestic violence charges. 5:07 and following up in Sunnyside, where the city council has voted to terminate city manager Mike Gonzalez's contract without cause. Under city policy, Gonzalez was offered a severance package, which would require him to give up his right to sue the city or its elected officials. Gonzalez says he received that offer on August 28th, but chose to reject it. The council's final vote was 4 in favor, 2 against, and 1 abstention. And we do expect to hear from Gonzalez. We did speak to him yesterday as he was first hired about a year ago. And as you recall, he has been on paid administrative leave since June 2nd. Here's some quotes coming in from him saying this outcome is perhaps the biggest sham of all, and it confirms what many of us already knew. This investigation was never about the truth. It was about politics. Speaking out again after his after the council voted last night, he said that this is a huge win for the truth. He praised councilors Julia Hart and Vicky Frustrato for standing up for him. He said now he plans to organize residents ahead of the November election to bring change to Sunnyside's city council. Gonzalez also saying that he now plans to mobilize residents ahead of the November election. He's going to advocate for changes on city council. He said that on November 5th, 2025, quote, this will be a different city council, end quote. Of course, it's a developing story we'll continue to cover and keep you updated on as developments come out of Sunnyside. 5:08 now, and turning to local education. It's the 3rd week of school for most districts in the area. And while classes are well underway, some changes are coming to one smaller district. Appa Valley News Now's William Albert sat down with leaders in Colotis to learn how the year is going so far and what's ahead.
The Colotis School District has been a part of the community since the town was first founded back in the late 1800s. And like many districts, they started school back up in late August. The district, which runs one pre-K through 12 school with anywhere from 40 to 60 students in total, has classes with as few as 4 or 5 students, with most kids coming from Colotis and surrounding farms. Superintendent Dr. Andy Webb says the year is off to a good start, but some changes are being made.
We changed a couple of things this year. We went to a 6-period day where we'd been in 7, and we also moved to more of a formal middle school where we had our 7th through 12th graders up here at the secondary level. We made a specifically a middle school course classroom with the 6th and the 7th graders, kind of a homeroom base.
Dr. Webb says the changes are designed to better support students especially those making the transition to middle school.
So we worked with the community and decided that we would just move the middle school together, kind of more of a house together in the middle school. And we created schedules that were based specifically on what their needs were and the teachers that they were going to work with, so that we had a more of a middle school rather than just kind of pushing them up onto the high school schedule.
One challenge the district continues to face is how isolated Colotus is.
We have a $6 million grant that we just attained in order to remodel our buildings, but one of the challenges, of course, is getting the folks out here to work on the things because we're so far out. Either it's an extra charge or they won't come at all. So those are some of the things that are challenging.
Colotus School District often goes under the radar by many due to its size. However, school district officials tell me that one of the district's strengths is its size and its ability to give students help.
The benefit of having a smaller group of students and able to give them a lot more one-to-one attention. They have these kinds of supports in all of our schools, but we just have, I guess, a little bit extra time with them, and because we have smaller classes, we are able to spend a little bit more one-on-one with each of the students.
The Colotus School District may be small, but the effort from staff and the community is anything but. In Colotus, William Albert, Apple Valley News Now.
And Dr. Webb says that a big focus this year from the district is parent engagement and community involvement for future events. All right, so much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. We're talking sports because the Lions are back on the court. After a big senior class last season, Kennewick Volleyball is leaning on a younger core. When these rising players step up and keep the momentum going, we'll find out after the break. It's 5:11 and we're giving you a live look outside from our Bi-Mart camera in Yakima this morning. When we come back, we'll check in with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth. He'll have your first alert forecast.
Starting at $4.49, you can get one, make it a double, or go for 3 delicious patties. Go as big as you want with my Bonus Jack combo starting at $4.49. Now you can say you're loving it and actually mean it. Get so much more. Welcome to Jack in the Box.
It's safe to say that a great day's work starts with a great night's sleep. So no matter what kind of job you have, Denver Mattress has the right mattress for you. So shop the extended Labor Day sale today, because the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend, or save up to $200 on our Doctor's Choice lineup. Any size, any model. Check out the Colorado Twin for only $149.99. Plus, get 60 months no interest and free shipping.
Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right mattress.
Conflict creates a lot of stress in our lives, yet conflict is inevitable. Whether it be with family, coworkers, or neighbors, disagreements are never pleasant. At the Dispute Resolution Center, we help people resolve conflict, avoid lawsuits, and heal relationships through mediation. Call us at 509-783-3325 or go to drctc.org to learn more. The Dispute Resolution Center, where arguments become agreements.
Motion sickness getting in the way of tonight's gig? Get targeted relief with Pepto-Nausea Motion Sickness, specifically designed to treat and prevent nausea for less drowsy and long-lasting relief. Not today, nausea. Pepto-Nausea Motion Sickness, targeted relief.
Okay, man. Oh, we need to vaporize that sore throat.
Vapo Cool Drops. It's sore throat relief with a rush of Vicks Vapors.
Let's go, let's go, let's go! Ah!
Vaporize sore throat pain with Vicks Vapo Cool Drops.
Win and save with Lucky Number Tuesday at Bi-Mart. Just by matching your ending number, you can win a bottle of Sriracha Hot Chili Sauce, plus save with Tuesday-only pricing. Win and save with 70th Anniversary Lucky Number Tuesday at Bi-Mart.
Starting at $4.49, you can get one, make it a double, or go for 3 delicious patties. Go as big as you want with my Bonus Jack combo starting at $4.49. Now you can say you're loving it and actually mean it. Get so much more. Welcome to Jack in the Box.
I'm Morgan. I have 3 kids and I work with the LAPD. I have an IQ of 160. This is where he attacked her.
She was abducted. You knew that already, didn't you?
Yeah, but I thought it'd be nice to let you have this one.
Visit Cougar Bay Preserve on Fly the Northwest. Apple Valley News Now at 6 tonight. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Have an air quality alert that is still in place until further notice. I thought this thing was going to be allowed to expire at 11 p.m. last night, but the Washington Department of Ecology and other agencies have decided to extend this until further notice. But I think the moral of the story remains the same. The air quality is not going to be nearly as bad as it was just last week. So we'll put this into motion with FutureCast low-level wildfire smoke. And I do think there could be some hazy or smoky portions of our viewing area for today, but for the most part, mainly immediately downwind of some of the larger fires that are burning in the region, especially the fires that are burning in timber. That would be the Wildcat Fire and the Labor Mountain Fire. So downwind of that in Kittitas and Yakima counties, those would be the areas that would probably be the most smoky over the next couple days. But you see this map just not nearly as bright and as vivid as it was last week. But we'll, of course, as always around this time of the year, keep a very close eye when it comes to smoke and when it comes to haze. All right, let's move on to today's forecast. Chances for showers and thunderstorms across the map. It's going to be another seasonal day for this part of September with 80s for lower elevations. Wind gusts mostly light, although it could be a little bit breezy on the Wildcat Fire and in and around the Labor Mountain Fire. So that's another thing we'll keep a close eye on. And then for tonight, more widespread chances for showers and thunderstorms. Overnight lows going to be down into the 40s, 50s, and 60s, kind of just depending on microclimates, and winds light at this point. But for tomorrow, more chances for showers and thunderstorms. I'll time it all out with FutureCast coming up in a few minutes.
Thanks, Josh. 5:16 now. Talking sports. As senior players graduating is, of course, a challenging part of high school sports. That transition is now underway for the Kennewick High School volleyball team. Apple Valley News Now, Jake Gable spoke to some of the players trying to step up this season.
After making the Washington State volleyball tournament last season, Kennewick High School is trying to repeat their success. A large senior class last season led to a much younger team with just 5 returning players.
They've been in the program for a while, and they've been working really hard in the off-season during club, and they spent a lot of time in our gym this summer with our summer program. And so, yeah, it was kind of a natural progression of bringing some of these girls up to help with our squad.
Of the 5 returners, Leslie Perez is the only senior. She has made it a goal of hers to be more vocal as a leader this season.
Like before, when I was a junior and I wasn't like one of the leaders, I had people coming to me and like trying to comfort me when I was stuck in a rut or something. And now I have to do that for other players and help them up and encourage and try to be more like loud and everything. So the practices and games are a lot more fun.
Consistency is always important, and volleyball is a game of errors, and so we're just trying to limit our errors. With 9 newbies to our program, we're just trying to get them back into the swing of things and understanding exactly what we expect at this level.
While they haven't spent much time on the varsity team together, this group is still very familiar with each other.
I've known a lot of these girls for a really long time, so it's really fun to be with them all on the court for as many years as I have been, and I just have a good relationship with all of them, and we're all friends off and on the court, so it's a good time.
And now that the season is here, the younger Lions now have a chance to prove themselves against the competition. In Kennewick, Jake Gable, Apple Valley News Now.
And Kennewick is taking on 2 locals this week, starting off their season against Kamiakin and then Richland. All right, so much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. When we come back, Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth with a look at your first alert forecast as we give you a live look outside from our Bi-Mart camera in Yakima. He's going to break down not only what you can expect today, but through the rest of the week after the break.
The Labor Day sale at Furniture Row has been extended. Shop today, because the more you buy, the more you save. Plus, find huge discounts on living, dining, and bedroom, and 60 months no interest. But don't wait. The extended Labor Day sale at Furniture Row ends soon.
Okay, bye.
I met a cute poodle outside.
Oh, really?
She said everyone's talking about you and how you work for free. That can't be true.
Sure it is. When you're injured and have the heavy hitter on your team, we win or it's free.
Free?
Yeah. You don't pay us a penny unless we win for you.
That's doggone crazy.
Hello? Yeah, sure. That cute poodle you were talking to wants to have a play date.
Let's go.
The heavy hitter is the one for you. Call 853-2222.
Yet another toothpaste that does not whiten. Girl, this one works.
Basic toothpaste stops at the top. Crest goes deeper to dissolve the bonds that hold stains to teeth for whiter teeth in one day. Crest.
Are you one of the millions of Americans who suffer from an upset stomach after a big meal? Try Pepto-Bismol. Unlike some products, Pepto coats and soothes your digestive system to provide fast 5-symptom relief. Stock up on Pepto today.
Dear Friday, let's put good times in gear. We've got power tailgates to power game days and a trailer backup guide that's the champ of the ramp. Heck, we might even cancel Monday. Toyota trucks. Toyota Tacoma is a KBB Best Buy. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
At Bruce Heating and Air, our technicians are not incentivized by commissions or to find problems. We only look for solutions to keep you cool. Now through September 30th, receive rebates up to $1,650 off on a new Daikin Fit system.
It's the extended Labor Day sale at Denver Mattress, where the more you buy, the more you save. Take $100 off every $1,000 you spend, or save up to $200 on our Doctor's Choice lineup. Plus, get 60 months no interest and free shipping. But hurry, the extended Labor Day sale at Denver Mattress ends soon.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Let's go ahead and put the rest of today into motion with Futurecast, and we'll put this into motion, and you can see by lunchtime looking mostly dry out there, but into the afternoon could have more thunderstorms firing up in the Cascades. By 8 p.m. looks like that round of thunderstorms is going to go by the wayside, but perhaps into the later evening another round of showers and thunderstorms popping up for the Blue Mountains, the Blue Foothills, moving in to the lower Columbia Basin, and then that could eventually pivot into the valleys into the wee hours of the morning. Of course, you can track precip chances and timing yourself by downloading the First Alert Weather app for free in the App Store or on Google Play. That interactive radar feature is going to come in very handy all throughout the week. Here's some of the rainfall totals we're expecting for today. This is going to be the end of storm system number 1 for this week. Anywhere between 0.1 to 0.2 inches up in the mountains. I think for lower elevations, probably less unless you get underneath one of those heavier downburst of rainfall. Then for tomorrow, this is going to be storm system number 2. So the day is going to start off mostly dry, a few showers here or there, but as we head specifically into the evening, this is when you're going to start to see more chances of showers and thunderstorms arriving from the east, and those will become much more widespread into Thursday, especially for the Blue Mountains and for the Blue Foothills, even the Basin. We're looking at 50 to 80% chances of both showers and thunderstorms. Here are some of the rainfall totals for this storm system, which is going to be storm system number 2 for this week. Most spots between 0.1 to 0.2 inches of rain, but look at the Blue Mountains, especially down towards the Battle Mountain summit, could get upwards of an inch of rainfall, which is a lot for this time of the year. And so we are just sort of hoping and praying that all of these rain chances over the next 7 days are going to be enough to put fire season to bed, but obviously that is not the case quite yet. Another storm system we're tracking on Sunday and Monday. We'll keep a close eye on that one. In the meantime, high temperatures staying either seasonal, if not about 5 degrees cooler than normal for this time of the year. So the long-term trend when it comes to fire season is encouraging, cooler and cooler. It's just we got to get past chance for lightning. Is a 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Chances for thunderstorms through Thursday. Looks like it's just going to be 20 to 30% shower chances for Friday, Sunday, and Monday. In Yakima, perhaps another thunderstorm on Sunday. And then in Ellensburg, also kind of the same thing. Thunderstorm chances through Thursday, maybe another one for Sunday. In Hermiston, it'll be the same exact cycle. We'll have chances for thunderstorms through Thursday, little shower chances Friday and Saturday, maybe more energy for thunderstorms on Sunday. And then in Walla Walla, looking at the same thing, but overall just a very active pattern over the next 7 days.
Josh, thanks so much. Still ahead here on Good Morning Northwest, from legendary journalist to Brat Pack classics and even celebrity wedding offers. We've got the latest buzz from Hollywood that you won't want to miss. It's coming up in your entertainment headlines right after the break.
Tuesdays are my favorite day of the week because the single Papa Burger combos are just $5.99. And I wait all week for this.
And so do I.
And that's why I always get two.
The Tuesday special at A&W.
The Labor Day sale at Furniture Row has been extended. Shop today, because the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Plus find huge discounts on living, dining, bedroom, and save 30% on our Denver mattress lineup. Check out Doorbusters while they last. And make your cash go further with 60 months, no interest. Shop the largest selection at the lowest prices guaranteed. But don't wait. The extended Labor Day sale at Furniture Row ends soon.
What makes NUU unique? The amazing customer service that we offer to our patients. They know that they're heard, that they're listened to, and we genuinely care about their well-being.
From the second I walked in that office, I felt seen, I felt heard, I didn't feel judged. It just was like, we're a team and we're gonna figure this out.
I had a rare form of breast cancer. Dr. Fedino has just been fantastic. She was really just on my side and helping me, and I'm so relieved and blessed that I went there.
I'm nowhere near diabetic, and I feel amazing. And I lost 55 pounds, and I've been able to keep it off.
She had saved my life if she hadn't taken just that moment to ask me one extra question. I absolutely would have had an ugly cancer 6 months later.
Check out our new location in Kennewick or come see us in Yakima. Go to NUUWomen'sClinic.com to explore the countless ways that wellness meets beauty.
When it comes to legal matters, you need someone you can trust. At Morphine Law Firm, we are sincerely grateful for the last 5 years of trust and support you've given our firm. Your trust and support have been a major driving force behind our mission for justice. We offer free consultations, and we may not always tell you what you want to hear, but we try to steer you in the right direction. We appreciate your continued trust and confidence in Morphine Law Firm.
It's hump day, and you know what that means. Hello Country Fried Steak. Get a delicious meal for just $5.99 to make your Wednesday feel like the weekend. Yes, Wednesday's only Country Fried Steak is just $5.99. Happy hump day from KFC.
Judy Justice.
And I'm just getting started.
Today at 4 on Apple Valley News Now.
527, welcome back to your entertainment news this morning. Hollywood's never short on headlines, and today, of course, is no exception.
That's right, from documentaries to classic movies, celebrity weddings, and even birthdays. Let's turn now to Melissa Dawn for the latest in showbiz today.
Are you sorry you didn't burn the tapes? Did you ever order anyone killed? No. Please, do not interrupt me.
The Barbara Walters documentary, Tell Me Everything, is getting its network TV debut. The film, which originally premiered on Hulu and Disney+, will air on ABC on September 25th, in honor of the late journalism icon's birthday. Disney is the parent company of ABC News.
All I can remember is the seven of us always together.
St. Elmo's Fire is heading back to the big screen for its 40th anniversary. The film, starring Brat Packers, Rob Lowe, Demi Moore, Emilio Estevez, Ali Sheedy, and Andrew McCarthy, is newly restored in 4K. It'll hit theaters for 1 week only, starting October 17th. Celebrities won't stop volunteering to help Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce out with their wedding. Martha Stewart offered to be their wedding planner. The band Foreigner wants to be their wedding band. Now, cake boss Buddy Valastro has offered to make the couple's wedding cake, noting in an Instagram post that he created one for Taylor's Speak Now tour back in 2011.
Happy Gilmore is breaking in yet another caddy we just met.
All right, we're going to go. See, but you bring those. Those always come.
And Adam Sandler is 59 today. And that's what's happening in Hollywood. Melissa Dawn, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Have you seen Happy Gilmore 2?
I have not.
It's pretty funny. It's pretty funny, yeah. You know, just that slapstick comedy silliness.
Yeah, I've heard Adam Sandler is one of the nicest guys in all of Hollywood. Very humble, always dresses in the basketball shorts and the T-shirts. And so, happy birthday to you.
Yeah, absolutely. And that Barbara Walters special, I watched that on Hulu a few weeks ago. It's incredible. Her journey as a journalist and the interviews that she's had. I'd watch it if I were you.
She's kind of a killer sometimes. I think she asked Martha Stewart, why do so many people hate you?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yikes.
I know. But I mean, I'm sure Travis and Taylor don't hate Martha. They could have a wedding planner on their hands.
Yes.
All right, so much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Taking flight and honoring heroes. World War II veterans are getting a once-in-a-lifetime ride in restored biplanes at the Walla Walla Airport. See the incredible memories that these flights are bringing back after the break. But first, here's your Tech Bites.
In today's Tech Bites, Apple's big event, the company is expected to introduce its new line of iPhones today. Better battery life and more sophisticated cameras are among the rumored features. New AirPods and Apple Watches are also expected to be unveiled. A judge has rejected a $1.5 billion settlement between the AI startup Anthropic and some 500,000 writers. The copyright lawsuit accuses the company of using pirated work to train their AI models. The judge reportedly expressed concerns about too many unanswered questions. And finally, the telecom company Vodafone is testing an AI actor in a new commercial. The avatar looks a lot like a woman at first glance, but a few things are off at times, like her hair and mannerisms. Vodafone says it's simply an experiment to test different styles of advertising. Those are your Tech Bites. Have a great day.
I checked Allstate first and saved hundreds on my car insurance. Unfortunately, I didn't check if I unlatched Bevo's gate while taking a selfie.
Bevo, no! Come back!
Checking Allstate first was really smart. Not checking Bevo's gate, though, not smart. Well, at least I checked Allstate first and saved hundreds. Hook 'em.
The fiber in Kellogg's Frosted Mini Wheat supports your gut health. Hold my ball. Now that's a good gut feeling.
Dry hair? You need moisture. Stat. OGX Penetrating Oil. Fast hydration that goes deep. OGX.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest, on your side.
Good Tuesday morning. Thanks so much for waking up with us, joining us here for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jade Elliott.
And I'm Josh Colbert.
All right, are we on the up and up for the 3-degree guarantee?
We are. We landed on our feet yesterday, so we got something in the jackpot. Yesterday, went with a forecast high of 86 in Pasco Tri-Cities, it verified at 87. Now the jackpot's up to $25. Woohoo! So it's something. For today, going with a forecast high slightly cooler of 84 in Pasco Tri-Cities. So if it verifies between 81 to 87, jackpot's going to hit $50. If that doesn't happen, the jackpot could be yours. Find out how to win the jackpot by going to AppleValleyNewsNow.com, clicking on the contest page, or you can scan the QR code that's on your screen. Okay, the bottom line for the forecast is that we'll continue to have elevated chances for thunderstorms through Thursday. High is going to stay pretty seasonal for this time of the year, and the air quality is going to be better in opposition to last week. First alert radar this morning showing you a complex of showers and some thunderstorms, mostly in Yakima County. Some of that tailing off into portions of Grant and Adams County, but looking pretty dry in Benton, Franklin, Walla Walla, Umatilla, and Morrow counties. But of course, that could change a little bit later in the day. Air quality looking pretty good for now, and temperatures feeling pretty good. 50s and 60s for most spots. We are seeing some upper 40s in the blues, so I think all of us would probably need a light jacket or perhaps a rain jacket for this morning. Your hourly forecast for today for the Tri-Cities, I think our next best chance of showers and thunderstorms is going to arrive this evening, but we could have a little sprinkle for this morning as well. So for today in lower elevations, low to mid 80s, chances for showers and thunderstorms, and I'll take you on that zone by zone tour of this very active Tuesday forecast that's going to be coming up in a few minutes.
Thanks so much, Josh. We start this half hour of news with environmental news. The Benton Franklin Health District says testing confirms that the Columbia River shoreline has extremely high levels of toxic algae. Samples showed levels nearly 20 times higher than surrounding water. Officials say people should monitor their kids and their pets. Pets should not eat or chew the algae, and do not let them lick their fur if exposed. Anyone who's exposed should rinse with clean water. Officials say they will continue sampling weekly until 2 consecutive samples are below the warning threshold. And some senior veterans from Walla Walla are taking to the skies in a one-of-a-kind experience. Apple Valley News Now's Dan Hansen says for these veterans, it brought back a lot of memories.
I'm here at the Walla Walla Regional Airport where veterans are taking a dream flight in this Stearman biplane, the very same model used to train aviators in World War II. Dream Flights is a national nonprofit honoring senior veterans with free flights in restored biplanes. Since 2011, more than 7,500 veterans have taken part.
The perfect, very nice, brought back a lot of energy when I first joined the Navy.
A 104-year-old veteran served in the Navy during World War II, flying B-24 missions in Guadalcanal.
And all the bomber pilots, they would say, "My God, the friend." We go out there and they throw the kitchen sink at us, and then you go out and fly back and forth and back and forth and back and forth.
Fran even had a chance meeting with a future president.
Here, this Navy lieutenant, he was in dungarees, which is like anybody else was. He comes up and says, "You got some map for me?" And I says, "Yeah, I got some here." Then I found out that I didn't know this was Jack Kennedy at the time, but I found that out later on.
The flights stir powerful memories and gratitude.
I am so very grateful to all of our veterans. My grandfathers both were World War II veterans. My father was a Korean, served in the Korean conflict, and so honoring their legacy is something that's very near and dear to my heart. These veterans are humble, gentle giants.
For Adrian, the connection is personal.
So the dog tags, I don't know if I can do it. Okay, let's do it again. So the dog tags I'm wearing belong to my father. And every time I get together with veterans, I wear them in honor of him.
Dream Flights began with a family rooted in aviation and a passion to honor those who served. Each World War II vet that took a flight on this plane signed their name, cementing their name and legacy and joining hundreds who've taken Dream Flights around the country. Reporting in Walla Walla, Dan Hansen, Apple Valley News Now.
And Dream Flights rely on donations and sponsors to keep providing these flights free of charge to veterans across America. Well, still much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. At a place built for speed, hundreds slowing down to remember climbing 110 stories in honor of those lost on 9/11. We'll show you how the Richmond Raceway paid tribute to heroes both past and present.
Visit Cougar Bay Preserve on Fly the Northwest. Apple Valley News Now at 6 tonight.
Bruce Willis, America's favorite action hero, but now gripped by a heartbreaking disease. Millions watched the Diane Sawyer special with his wife, Emma Hemming Willis. And now Emma in her first live interview on their life today. This morning on ABC's Good Morning America.
Hello, Shelby.
Hello, Mariano.
Upload Mrs. Robinson's case.
Processing.
Is there any new information?
The insurance offer is too low. Should I ask for more?
You know, when they hear from the heavy hitter, they'll pay much more.
The heavy hitter is the one for you. Call 853-2222.
The celebration might be over, but the red, white, and blue savings continue at More Furniture. It's your opportunity to take advantage of these historic savings before prices go up or your favorite pieces are gone forever. All bedrooms, living rooms, and dining rooms are on sale and include free white glove delivery of your entire purchase. You've worked hard all year. Now it's your turn to relax in style. More Furniture, where everyone buys more furniture for less.
Right now, U.S. Cellular makes it easy to switch and get $1,000 off any phone with no trade-in.
No trade-in? But we're willing to trade in our teeth.
Nope, you don't have to trade your teeth in or an old phone.
I like that.
Yeah, your parents get an amazing deal.
I just lost this one.
Yeah, you get to leave your tooth under your pillow.
For me, it's Tooth Fairy time.
Get $1,000 off any phone with no trade-in, and we'll pay off your current contract when you switch. U.S. Cellular, built for us.
Hey there, cool cats and groovy gals. Looking for a place where the good times roll? Cruise into Town Square Adult Day Center in Kennewick. where the jukebox is jumping and the vibes are always good. Games, music, laughs, and a crew that treats you like solid gold. Way more fun than sitting at home watching the tube. Don't be a square. Make every day a blast from the past. Check out our early enrollment specials. Town Square Adult Day Center, where feeling young at heart is always in style.
Symptoms of prostate cancer include problems urinating, blood in the urine, and a weakness or numbness in your legs or feet. See AppleValleyNewsNow.com for more.
Prosser Memorial Health. Prostate cancer awareness starts here. This is how we care.
They say that breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Well, they are correct.
Your seasonal situationship is a pumpkin spice iced coffee for $2.29.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Hello, Shelby.
Hello, Mariano.
Upload Mrs. Robinson's case.
Processing.
Is there any new information?
The insurance offer is too low. Should I ask for more?
You know, when they hear from the heavy hitter, they'll pay much more.
The heavy hitter is one for you. Call 853-2222.
From Hollywood, it's Dancing with the Stars. Dancing with the Stars, September 16th on ABC. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Here is your umbrella cast for today for the Tri-Cities. A little chance you might need it for this morning, and then as we head into this evening in particular, there's going to be another chance that you might need it. It's not going to be a washout for today, but we will have those little chances of both showers and thunderstorms. Okay, here's your zone-by-zone tour of today's forecast. We start off in Kittitas County. Could be a little bit breezy here. Some of those gusts out of the north and west, spanning 15 to 20 miles per hour. Mid-60s up towards the pass, and low 80s down in the Kittitas Valley. Then in the Yakima Valley, we're looking at mostly low 80s, could be some mid 80s sort of intertwined, but chances for showers and thunderstorms, of course. The gusts are going to be light. Same thing in the lower Columbia Basin. These highs also in the mid 80s, although could be down in the mid 70s down towards Boardman, where it's always just a little bit cooler than the rest of the basin. In the foothills, mid to upper 70s for the Morrow County foothills, will be in the low 80s for the rest of the foothills, and then 60s and 70s for the highest terrain of the Blue Mountains. A little bit breezy in the Morrow County foothills. Some of those gusts out of the north to northeast, spanning between 15 to 20 miles per hour. Okay, now let's sort of just circle back to the precip chances for today. Just wanted to graphically lay this out. So for today, you're looking at thunderstorms being likely in the Cascades, the same thing in the valleys and for portions of the basin, more like 20 to 40% chances of that in the foothills and for the Blues. Then for tonight, looks like for all of us, it's pretty much going to be 20 to 40%, maybe a slightly higher percentage down towards Meacham or Cabbage Hill for Interstate 84. Then for tomorrow, looks like those percentages just about hold the same, but this is when it gets a lot more interesting for Wednesday night. Look at this. 70 to 80% chances of thunderstorms in the Blue Foothills and the Blue Mountains, and that'll continue as we head into Thursday. So the way this week is shaping out is that storm system number 1 was for Monday and today. Storm system number 2 going to be for Wednesday and Thursday, and storm system number 3 going to be into this Sunday and Monday. But storm system number 2 looking like it's going to be the wettest storm system, especially in the Blues where the chances for thunderstorms are the highest. So I'll actually put a rainfall amount to some of these numbers right here, and that's going to be coming up in a few minutes.
Thanks, Josh. 5:43 now. And knee pain is common in active kids, and one condition often called jumper's knee tends to show up during growth spurts. With more, here's Jacqueline Lee.
A report in the Journal of the American Medical Association's Pediatrics finds many children who play sports experience knee pain from overuse. One common cause is a condition called Osgood-Schlatter's disease, also known as OSD, or jumper's knee. It usually affects girls between the ages of 8 to 13 and boys between the ages of 12 to 15, especially those who play sports that involve running, jumping, or kicking, like soccer, basketball, or volleyball. Kids with jumper's knee feel pain and swelling right below the joint, mostly during activity. It usually affects just one leg, although it can be both. Doctors can usually diagnose the issue with a physical exam. Treatment typically includes rest, ice, pain meds if needed, and stretching. Most kids get better without surgery. The key is to not push through the pain. Support from parents and coaches makes a big difference in recovery. With this Medical Minute, I'm Jacqueline Lee.
Still much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Coming up after the break, your morning sprint, everything you need to know before you head out the door this morning. And giving you that live look outside from our Legends Casino and Hotel Sky camera at Richland's Columbia Point. Sunrise set for 6:27 on this Tuesday. Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreath will have your full first alert forecast after the break.
Tuesdays are my favorite day of the week because the single Papa Burger combos are just $5.99. And I wait all week for this.
And so do I.
And that's why I always get two.
The Tuesday special at A&W.
Do it all with Steel Battery. Now is the best time to save big on over 40 hardworking Steel tools. Hurry into your local Steel dealer or shop online.
Workers and the families of deceased workers who worked at the Hanford site are now eligible for compensation for diseases and illnesses. This may be in addition to compensation already being received. Smart Law will be hosting a Hanford Workers' Compensation educational dinner at their Kennewick office Thursday, September 18th at 6 p.m. To register, call 509-735-5555. Dinner provided. Smart Law, smart choice.
Attention former Hanford workers and contractors. You deserve the benefits and care you've earned. You may qualify for benefits including life-changing in-home health care. Join United Energy Workers Healthcare for a free benefits fair and lunch at the Three Rivers Convention Center in Kennewick on Friday, September 19th. Reconnect, enjoy great food, and learn about exclusive benefits to help you live longer, better, and independently at home. RSVP by calling 509-286-2661 or visit uewhealth.com.
At Brownmore RV, we're gearing up for a huge event you will not want to miss out on.
The Forest River National Sales Event is on now. For a limited time, you can save big across our entire lineup of Forest River products. There's still time to get out, go camping, and make unforgettable memories. With Forest River, you'll find the perfect RV built for your journey and perfected for your stay. Don't wait. These amazing deals won't last long. Broadmoor RV, we made camping fun.
It's hump day, and you know what that means. Hello, Country Fried Steak. Get a delicious meal for just $5.99 to make your Wednesday feel like the weekend. Yes, Wednesdays only, Country Fried Steak is just $5.99. Happy hump day from KFC.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreath.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Let's go ahead and time out the rest of the day with Futurecast radar, and we put this into motion. You can see by lunchtime, looks like most of us are going to be dry, but as we head into the afternoon, another little flare up of some showers and thunderstorms in the Cascades. And then for this evening, I want you to pay attention to down here, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. That's when Futurecast is picking up on another round of showers and thunderstorms, this time generating in the Blue Foothills, moving into the basin, and we might have to deal with that into the wee hours of the morning for tomorrow. All throughout this week, it would be an excellent time to download that Apple Valley News First Alert weather app. You can get it for free in the App Store or on Google Play. That interactive radar feature is going to come in very handy, especially when you have these persistent scattered shower and thunderstorm chances all throughout the week. This is storm system number 1 for this week, so it concludes for today, picking up maybe an additional 0.1 to 0.2 inches of rain in the Cascades and the Yakima Valley and the Morrow County foothills. The rest of us are going to struggle to pick up 1/10 of an inch. But we have storm system number 2 into Wednesday and Thursday. So Futurecast radar, this is now lunchtime on Wednesday, just a few sprinkles up in Kittitas County, but as we move deeper and deeper into the day. Slightly more showers and thunderstorms picking up from the east, and then for Wednesday night, this complex is gonna rock us and roll us as we head into Thursday. Precip chances for Thursday. You see showers and thunderstorms going to be likely in the basin, for the foothills, and for the blue. So like I said, Wednesday and Thursday, storm system number 2 for this week. Most of us only picking up between 0.1 to 0.2 inches of rain, but look at the Blue Mountains, especially down towards the Battle Mountain summit, where we could maybe pick up an inch of rain, and that is very beneficial for this time of the year. Maybe additional chances for showers and thunderstorms Sunday into Monday. So the overall theme here is that we're wetter in comparison to last week. We're cooler as well, as these high temperatures going to stay pretty seasonal. Just a very active and kind of a weird transitional, fall-like, summer-like pattern that we have. Here's a 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Thunderstorms going to be likely on Thursday, looking a little bit drier after that. In Yakima, it looks like today is probably going to be the most active day in terms of thunderstorm chances. That's going to be the same case in the Kittitas Valley. And Hermiston, looks like Thursday is going to be the most active day. A little bit calmer for Friday and Saturday. Maybe we'll ramp things up again by Sunday. And then for Walla Walla, Thursday also the most active day. Perhaps a leftover shower or thunderstorm for Friday and Saturday, and then ramping things up again by Sunday.
Now, the morning sprint.
5:50, time to get to your morning sprint with the top 5 local things you need to know this morning. An Amber Alert in the Tri-Cities has ended with relief after 5 children were safely recovered. Police say 37-year-old Juan Daniel Salas broke into a Richland home with a baseball bat, assaulted someone inside, and took the kids despite having no legal custody. Investigators tracked him down to his job site at the Darigold plant north of Pasco, where the children were found unharmed inside his running vehicle. Salas was arrested without further incident, now is in the Benton County Jail on kidnapping, assault, burglary, and domestic violence charges. And firefighters continue to battle multiple wildfires across the region. The Wildcat Fire in Yakima has seen minimal growth over the past 48 hours thanks to cooler temperatures and higher humidity, allowing crews to focus on guiding the fire away from homes and critical areas. But the fire is still burning, and work continues to clear hazardous trees and to patrol the fire's edges to extinguish hot spots. And the Wooden Road fire, that started just last night. It's already burned more than 4,000 acres. Fire officials have requested state mobilization and air resources to help contain that blaze. And the Sunnyside City Council has voted to terminate city manager Mike Gonzalez's contract without cause. Gonzalez was offered a severance package in exchange for waiving his right to sue the city, but he says he rejected that offer after receiving it on August 28th. Gonzalez, who has been on paid administrative leave since June, criticized the council and the investigation into his conduct, calling it politically motivated and a sham. He thanked supporters and said he now plans to organize residents ahead of the November election to push for changes on the city council. And testing from the Benton Franklin Health District shows extremely high levels of toxic algae along the Columbia River shoreline, nearly 20 times higher than surrounding water. Officials warn people to watch their kids and pets and to rinse off if exposed. Pets should not eat or lick the algae. Weekly testing will continue until 2 consecutive samples fall below the warning threshold. And Peers Rising, a support center for people in recovery, has opened its 4th location in Yakima. The center provides peer support, basic care items, and resources like educational workshops and resume building, all without appointments or paperwork. 5:53 in your national headlines this morning. The U.S. Supreme Court has ruled in favor of the federal government in a case involving immigration enforcement operations in Southern California. The case centered on immigration and customs enforcement agents who conducted patrols and stopped individuals to question them about their immigration status. Lower courts previously found the practice may have met the legal standard of reasonable suspicion, but the Supreme Court reversed that decision, allowing the operations to continue. In your business headlines at 5:53, buying a home has become increasingly pricey in the past few years. How pricey? Well, real estate company Zillow released data Monday showing that America's housing market has climbed 57% since 2020 to a record $55 trillion. That means the market has gained $20 trillion in just the last 5 years. The findings highlight a housing market that remains historically expensive, with values climbing even as elevated mortgage rates sideline would-be buyers and force sellers to slash asking prices. Time for your health headlines at 5:54. Spaceflight makes certain that human cells age faster. It's according to a new study furthering scientists' understanding of the potential effects of space exploration on the human body. Stem cells are found throughout the body, and they can make more of themselves or turn into other specialized cells, including blood, brain, or even bone cells for maintenance and repair. Well, authors of the study found that stem cells decline in function while in space, which reduces their ability to regenerate. NASA funded part of the study, which was performed during 4 International Space Station resupply missions. Experts say these findings mean that long missions could weaken the blood and immune system, potentially raising health risks for astronauts. Preliminary results of a separate study found that stem cells can recover from the accelerated aging once an astronaut returns to Earth, although the recovery takes about a year. Sports headlines this morning. President Trump heading to Yankee Stadium for a baseball game on Thursday, September 11th. White House announcing this, that the Bronx Bombers are hosting the Detroit Tigers that day. And the president, a New York native, is set to attend a 9/11 memorial event at the Pentagon earlier in the day before trekking to New York City for the game. All right, taking a look at what is trending this morning at 5:55. People on a whale watching tour in San Diego got a rare treat over the weekend when they spotted not 1, but 2 sperm whales. Take a look at this.
Crew says it happened around sunrise, about 15 miles offshore. At first, they thought it was just 1 whale, but soon realized there were actually 2, moving side by side and even rubbing against each other. Oh.
That is so cool. Sperm whales are the largest toothed whale on Earth, growing up to 50 feet long. Researchers will now look at the photos to see if these whales have ever been documented before.
But for those lucky enough to be on the boat, it was a true once-in-a-lifetime experience.
I think whales are so cool.
Very cool. I want to observe from a distance, though. You ever seen the videos of the whales cresting on a boat?
Yeah, breaching, I know.
Yeah.
It is, I mean, it's wild, yes. You have to give them their space.
Yes.
Because
they're wild animals.
They're wild animals, and they're ginormous. They're huge creatures of the sea. But man, they are so cool to see when you get a chance. All right, so much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Coming up in our 6 o'clock hour, Second Harvest and local farmers are teaming up to help fight food insecurity. How the partnership could make all the difference in someone's life. Plus, a terrifying moment on a Texas highway. 2 deputies trapped after a semi slammed into their patrol car, but quick-thinking bystanders were able to help save the day. And give you that live look outside from our Dust Devils camera in Pasco. What are we looking like today, Josh?
Yeah, we're tracking more showers and thunderstorms. Had a lot of thunderstorms last night. Several lightning fires on the map. I'll break down all those as well coming up on Good Morning Northwest at 6.